What's going on today, guys? How's everybody doing? We are on our way to a cabin. So we're just gonna check out this food land because as usual we forgot some stuff, so we're gonna see what they got in here. So let's check this out. So far I don't see anything. I don't see a youth section. Okay, we got plant-based basil. And we have a little silk as usual. Don't see the Beyond section. Oh, there they are. Beyond Burgers, $22.99. Beyond Chicken. Beyond Chicken, that's a surprise. So we do got some Gardein items. Gardein, whatever you want to call them. So as you can see, we got some King's products here. Pretty good stuff. Even King's bacon, $6.99. Pretty good price. Anyway, we're getting into some semi-spring weather here, so it's pretty nice. Looking forward to this. Just stopping at the Fresh Mart here in Mildmay. Yeah, it's called the Fresh Mart. Got a pharmacy here, meals to go, a liquor store. You can stop in Mildmay and pick up what you need for your trip. And if you're liking what you see, please do subscribe. So we had a little bit of silk there. But other than that, we're really struggling for plant-based items here. Looks like we got a diet pizza here. And, oh yeah. Some beefless ground. Oh, look what we got here. Some Magnum. The Museum of Pharmaceuticals. I remember this stuff. I think that'll do for now. It's hard to make a decision in these places. So we didn't see too much in this grocery store. All we saw was really some ground, President's Choice ground, and a little cookie dough. So that's all you're gonna get here. We did find some ice cream though. Alright, so we made it to MacGregor Point. Just gonna check in, grab our cabin, get our keys. Hopefully it's all ready for us. If not, we'll have to do something in the meantime. We are a little bit early. But as you can see, we did manage to stop at a couple grocery stores on the way up, and if you are stuck for plant-based foods, there would be some options. And also there's always Port Elgin Walmart. So our cabin's not ready yet. They don't hand the keys out till 4 o'clock in case they have to do some last-minute maintenance. So on that note, don't expect to come here at 2 o'clock and get in early. Check-in's at 4 for these cabins. It's a little bit later because I imagine they have to get things prepared. While you're waiting, you still have full access to the park, so you can use the trails or whatever, go to the beach. So yeah, let's kill about a half an hour, then we'll come back and check out our cabin. Gonna walk down the boardwalk here, check out some chickadees. So we did buy a new car, and we're not going to eat in our new car. And when you think about it, eating while driving probably isn't safe to begin with. So we're just going to snack on some wraps that we made here. It's really nothing more than plant-based chicken strips and a Caesar wrap. So we used Unmeatables. We bought them from Costco. A little bit of romaine lettuce in there, Caesar dressing, and some plant-based cheese, and also some Parmesan cheese from Earth Island. And let's not forget, we also have some King's bacon in there, and that's some really good stuff. We actually found that in Harriston, which is quite a surprise, and was only $6.99. So maybe on the way back, we're gonna go pick some King's bacon up. It's really good stuff, try it out. So eating a wrap is a great way to get your dinner done once you're here. All right, it's pretty cool and windy down here, but it looks quite a bit different than it did about a month ago when we were here. You can see the ice pack's almost gone, so it looks like spring is on its way. All right, so we made it to our cabin. Here it is. Full access. If you happen to be disabled, you can camp as well. Okay, we got a full barbecue here. Is this a burner? Yeah, Not too bad. So we haven't figured this out yet. There is a code, but it was left open, so we're gonna go ahead. So nice little foyer here. A couple chairs to put your boots on in the wintertime. A little sweeping broom, our fire extinguisher, salt bucket. So this is good for winter camping. So we got 2 bunk beds here for the children. Large bed for husband and wife. We got a window. And we have another window. Fuse panel. Ah, here's the stuff. Okay, so we're gonna have to figure all this out. Nice little microwave here in case you want to heat up some pizza pops. And we have our fridge here, so no cooler required. And probably enough counter space to do a pizza. So next time we come, we're gonna do ourselves a pizza. Outlet. A couple drawers for cutlery. Ah, I got a coffee maker here. Nice little dining room table. And we have a fireplace. And a lot of outlets, so I like that. So 135 bucks a night, not too bad. I've had worse hotels than this. That cost about 300. They even leave you a snow shovel. And a nice little swamp per view. We also have a fire pit, so you don't have to be stuck inside if you want to choose to come outside in the winter and light a fire. As you can see, the bed has these, what do you call these sheets? Prison sheets. I wouldn't trust this myself, so we brought some sheets just in case. Okay, we're almost set up, all ready to go. We might leave the cold stuff just in the cooler and leave it outside. It's pretty cool still around 0 degrees. One thing I'm thinking though, considering temperature, is if I was here in the summer in August and then it was a heat wave, I don't see air conditioning in here, so I think that would be a bit of an issue. So I noticed the curtains are very nice, or semi-nice, nice and black. Anyways, we're gonna get ready for dinner. Our plan is we got some of these pretzels, and we got some sausages, some new kind of sausages we're gonna try out. I wonder what's going on here. I don't hear any gas. It seems like I had to turn this guy on here, which I didn't know about until now. I can hear some gas. Let's see if the igniter works. Okay, good thing I brought matches. Whoa. Okay, we'll let that heat up for a bit and we'll get our dogs on there. Okay, so we're gonna check these new guys out. Future sausage. These are pretty interesting, and I think the reason why they are interesting is because of the skin that's actually around them. So it actually simulates a real sausage with the casing. Most plant-based sausages don't need that, you know, due to the gluten and stuff that's in them. It just holds everything together. But these, I don't know, these are a little bit different. So from Future Farm, we get 5 sausages. Why not just make it 6? So you can see we got these little twists on them. These should be pretty interesting. Let's put a couple on, see what happens. If anybody's had these before, called Pretzilla, they're great. And it's a plant-based soft pretzel hot dog bun. So you don't see these too often. They don't come pre-slit for you, so you gotta slit them yourself. Okay, we're gonna put these on deck. Now normally I'd be cooking on the fire, but I'm a little bit lazy tonight. So we're just gonna, we have the advantage of the barbecue. I don't get that too often. So while we're waiting, we're gonna dip into the cooler here and just get my condiments. I actually like to pre-package my condiments in smaller containers. Makes it a lot easier to transport. And I only know we're using them one night, so it's gonna save some space in my cooler rather than having these big bottles. So these are my condiments. It's nice we have a fridge. Don't mind me using my fingers, I'm a little bit old school. There we go, there's a grease fire. Just like we like it, like a real thing. So it is the first time I've actually cooked these, so I'm not an expert yet. So I'm gonna cook it on the outside like I do most. Make sure it's like fairly well done, kind of like the field roasts, and see how it tastes. Yeah, these pretzel buns are going to take a little bit. Look at that. Split this one right in half. Hey, these actually look pretty good, so I can't wait to try them. So pickled onions. What else we got? We got some sauerkraut, hot peppers, a little bit of relish. So half these toppings are probably going to fall off, but that's okay. Mustard, and last but not least, ketchup. And there you go, future sausage, fully loaded. I'll tell you what I think after I devour this. I mean, I do have a lot of toppings on, but it's pretty good. It's a really weird and small wiener, so it could be a little bit bigger. I think the taste is pretty good, and it's really realistic. All right, time for a little snack before we hit the sack, and it's going to be a Joker's bar. Oh, look at that, eh? Nice stuff. Can't complain. How much did it cost? How much did it cost?
A lot.
A lot. $3?
$3.59, I think.
It cost $3.59 for one chocolate bar, so pretty steep. Oh, the coffee's already curdling in the morning, and that's not a good start. All right, so this morning's breakfast is going to be a little bit easy. We're going to do some classic Red River, and if you haven't heard about this stuff, it's been around since 1819. It was discontinued in 2019 and picked up by this company called the historic Avra Flour Mill. So they've bought the rights to make this stuff again. And a lot of people didn't like it, but a lot of people did. It's a kind of like an oatmeal type meal. Very easy to make and very healthy for you. And 100% plant-based, of course. So what we got in this stuff is cracked wheat, cracked rye, cracked and whole flax. So really good stuff for you. Okay, so we're gonna do about a half cup. This stuff will expand a lot, so don't get carried away. Maybe a little over a half cup. And we're gonna do about 3.5 cups of water. And we're going to turn this on to full and let her come to a boil and then simmer her down and cook for about 14 minutes and it should be done. Okay, so once this starts to boil, we're going to turn her down a bit. We don't want it coming over top or overflowing. It's going to make a mess, and we have no kitchen facilities in here to really do a good cleaning. I'm under the assumption you can cook in here, maybe using electrical appliances. I'm not sure about propane. I don't think it's a good idea to use a propane grill in here, but I'm sure bringing a griddle or a hot plate is just fine. It doesn't really state in the rules, but this is just a, common safety factor. And they do provide a microwave and everything else, so I guess they assume there's going to be some type of cookings going on in here. Okay, now usually we put milk on this. Unfortunately, we're plant-based milk, but unfortunately we forgot our plant-based milk, so we're just gonna have to eat it straight with a bunch of fruit. So I don't think it'll be too bad. Blueberries and bananas. All right, so we picked this up. It's out of Harriston from a Mennonite roadside stand. So it's pure Mennonite maple syrup. Yeah, we're gonna give this stuff a go and see what it tastes like compared to the old Costco Kirkland brand. Okay, some pure Mennonite maple syrup. So far, so good. So we're just gonna whip up a quick latte. It's still raining. So all our lattes and teas are from a company called Sipology. We order them online. They're really good, and we got tons of them, and they got tons of flavors. So you gotta check this stuff out. We'll be showing you more in the future. So it's going to be a pretty crummy day today. It's a little bit cool right now. The weather is supposed to warm up, but it's going to continue to rain pretty much all day. So we're done with breakfast. Going to do some dishes, probably head out to Port Elgin, see what's in Port Elgin, and maybe get the rain gear on and see if we can take a hike in the rain. That'll be fun. So stay tuned. We're going to have lunch coming up around 2 o'clock or so, and then dinner later on. Dinner should be a blast. We got some steak medallions ready for you, so that should be interesting. Hey, we're just gonna go for a quick swim down at the beach. So this is the day use beach at MacGregor Point, and today is a day, so we're going to use it. Well, that's a bit nicer. So we actually have some sand here. Lots of picnic tables available. So I imagine I'm gonna get soaked with that rain gear fairly soon. Just wanted to check this out, show you what the beach looks like. So I don't think we're coming back here in the summer, but maybe in the next year or two. We'll be here one summer. So it's still raining, still cold, and we decided to come into Port Elgin and check out this health food store. It's called Well in Hand. So it looks like we got a few things here. Okay, we're doing lunch now. So we're going to try these future sausages out again. I got about 3 of them left. Do some brown beans. So we're going to try to start that barbecue and see if we have some better luck. So I think today I'll be a little bit smarter and try to light it from the bottom side. These look really realistic. I do see a lot of things going on in these ingredients. A lot of textured proteins. It's really high in fat. 65%. Sodium's not too bad. 17% sodium, 400 grams for 2 sausages, but really high in saturated fat, so probably not the healthiest thing to eat. I don't know how it's compared to Beyond Sausage. I'm not a nutritionist, and I don't think I ever will be, but I can plainly say at the end of the day, you're better off eating just plain old whole food vegetables. Okay, we got some Bush's maple style beans. Purely accidental vegan, I guess. All right, nice and saucy. Just gonna dump that into our pot. Smoky. If you have cheap barbecues, you should know all about the barbecue rotation. I'm hoping to get a fire going later on. We can do something on the fire. If not, no loss. This is just one trip. And we do need to barbecue a little bit once in a while. I would choose Bush's beans if you're going to do the brown bean thing. Looks like we have some sunshine. The rain did stop for a while, so we're going to try to make it out to Sunset Point, even though there's no sunset. So this is the furthest most tip of MacGregor Point. You can walk out here if you want. I think I'm gonna stop right here, take a few photos, get back home and cook up some steak medallions. Okay, so the rain has come back to us now, and I actually was going to get a fire going, and then it just started drizzling, and now it's raining. So we had about 3 hours of fairly decent weather. Everybody was out and about doing some walking, and then now this. Gonna get our dinner going. Steak medallions, Brussels sprouts, sweet potato, mushroom and onions. So it's going to be a busy dinner, and I'll try to organize it all and do my best. But at any rate, let's get it on. So I am glad I didn't get that fire going because it would have been a disaster. It's raining pretty steady now and we got the barbecue going. So yeah, we're gonna see how this is cooking down and get the steak medallions going. Okay, so these guys here, got them at a Coven plant-based market in KW. And I believe it's a company, a wholesale company in Barrie that makes plant-based foods. So we're gonna try these out. I don't think I've had anything from these guys ever, so it's gonna be a new experience. I don't see these in grocery stores at all, but if you do want to find some of the stuff, try Coven Plant-Based Market and maybe some of your other plant-based markets in whatever city you come from. Got something really good to try next time we're out. It's called the Mistake. It's actually a steak. It's a plant-based steak that looks like a steak. So we're gonna give that a go and see how it works out. In the meantime, we'll give our mushrooms a little bit more time, and probably 10 minutes or so we're gonna throw these steaks on. They do say to marinate them in a barbecue sauce, but I think I'm just gonna brush it on as it's cooking. So I am gonna cook those onions down a bit. I was gonna do melted onions, which takes quite a bit of time, but I decided not to. Maybe we'll do that next time with the steak, Mistake. Okay, that looks pretty good. So we're gonna get these steak medallions on here and see what happens. Okay, so everything looks like it's working out. We're gonna check these in a few minutes. We don't wanna screw them up too bad. Initially, I can tell you they feel really solid, so it's probably gonna be a really dense thing. Kind of just like a steak. They say it falls apart in your mouth, but we'll see. So anyways, no matter what they taste like, we got a pile of barbecue sauce, horseradish, we're gonna dump all over the place, and it's gonna be good. Oh yeah, nice and black. Anyways, I think they're good. They started to get a little soft. I can stick the fork through them nice. So I'm going to take them off and we'll give them a shot. Okay, let's check these out. Not too bad. Looks kind of like a
Liver.
Yeah, it's a Beyond Butcher bean kind of gluten texture, I think. Q sauce, a little more sugar, horseradish. There you go, lots of horseradish. Let's try this out. I would say not terrible. It's pretty dense. It has a good texture to it, and it somewhat simulates a real steak. If you get to try one of these out, let me know what you think in the comments. And please don't forget to subscribe. Signing off. Morning guys. So it's a little bit snowy this morning, a little bit cool. The clouds have gone away. We're just going to do a little quick breakfast, some waffles. Let's check out these waffles and then we'll get out of here. Okay, so nothing fancy here, just some blueberry buckwheat waffles from Nature's Path. We get these at Food Basics. Pretty easy morning breakfast. We don't want to be messing around too much this morning. We have to be out of here by 10. That's when they kick you out of these places, so we got a bit of packing to do. So it's nice to have a real easy breakfast. And I forgot to mention these are gluten-free. So stick around, just a little bit to come. We're going to finish breakfast, and then we're going to wrap things up. Okay, so that's about it. We're ready to go. Gonna pack our stuff up in the car. One thing I'd like to note about these cabins, they are very nice. It was a very nice, comfortable stay. The coffee maker is actually a Tassimo, so you're gonna need pods if you want to make coffee. And if you are a non-camper and you are renting one of these units, you might want to bring some facilities or some equipment to do dishes with. They don't provide any running water in here, and there isn't a great dishwashing station, so that's something to consider if you're going to be bringing a family up and doing a lot of cooking. So we're going to pack things up now and maybe get a hike in before we go. We still have the park available for the day, even though we're getting kicked out of here. So we'll see what happens. Okay, we got a few extra minutes, so we're going to take a little walk down the Tower Trail and see what we got. It's kind of like a wetland, so hoping to see some birds and stuff. Maybe get a few good shots. All right, let's check this Tower Trail out. Okay, so that's it. This is your tower. We made it. And that's going to be the end of this video and this episode. So stay tuned. We're doing Sauble Falls in a few weeks' time. Until then, make sure you subscribe. Please subscribe. And come check us out later. Take care.